and the business standard. Our esteemed panel today, I'll start with Mr. Justice M. Khurshid Alam Sharkar, Honorable Judge of the High Court Division and Supreme Court of Bangladesh. And our second guest, Mr. Ajmalul Hossain QC, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of Bangladesh. And our final guest, Mr. Tariq Afzal, President and Managing Director of AB Bank Limited. I welcome you all to the 6th Digital Dialogue today. And our session in charge today, Khandukar Asma Hamid, Advocate, Supreme Court of Bangladesh. Our today's topic is advocacy in virtual courts, how effective for the litigants, what it's actually mean, how the litigants are convenient or the process becomes faster to them or the cheaper or the understandable to them. That is actually how the litigants getting benefit out of it. Across the world, it becomes challenging for the litigants to access courts, to access justice. And if we just have a data of OECD, that's given only 46% of the world, those who are having access to courts and those who are live under the protection of law. Apart from that, even 30%, those who even don't consider to take the actions according to Hague Research Institutes. And if we just get into with the state to state, if I take example, Brazil, 80 million cases backlog, whereas in India, 30 million cases. And in Bangladesh, it's around 4 million cases. And if I divide into, like in our appellate division, 21,410 cases. And in High Court, 4,88,562 cases. And in lower courts, 30,88,291 cases pending. Even for the commercial cases, the situation is very worse. Like if I give you the example of Negotiable Instruments Acts or the check dishonor cases, even 6.17 lakh cases pending across the country, data given by the Supreme Courts. So the situation for the litigants of the commercial cases are very worse. In that situations, still there are some institutions, those are resolving disputes or the cases online resolution by it. And if we just take example, eBay, there are 60 million cases every year or the disputes that resolve through negotiation or the adjudications, a form of online dispute resolutions. As you know, the international arbitrations going far away. There is a New York Convention 1958 following Ancestral Arbitration Rules 2010. The one, all these states, it's a mandatory for them to follow, or any institutions when it makes their own resolutions or the rules, they must have to follow. There is Article 28, specifically said that hearings should be conducted on camera, do not require the physical presence unless the parties agree or the parties desire. So it's basically the in institutional arbitration, or you say arbitration field, the virtual court is far away. But it's not ended there. I think subcontinent went far beyond. Before than that, there is a one of our very renowned Chief Justice from India, R.C. Lahoti, around 15 years before, in his one of his conference speech, by supporting the litigations, for the litigants, make it easier, simpler, and quicker. He made his own words by saying it, that records of the court had to be computerized, facilities for e-filing and hearing through video conferencing need to be introduced. This will eliminate facts, efficiency in working of the courts, as are the outcome human weaknesses. System will be fast, neat, clean, and accessible with more ease. It would add to the efficiency of the judges. The Supreme Court has to be interlinked with the High Courts, and the High Courts with the subordinate courts, including those situated in the remoteness of corner of the states. And that's promoted by Chief Justice of India in 2004. So for the litigants, to make it simpler, easier, less expensive, the promotion actually going on for a long time. But if you see, Bangladesh not far away, in 2020, we have a statute. It's a Adalat Kortik Totthyo Projukti Byabohar Ain 2020. Section 3, we said we do not require physical appearance for the hearing. So it's not that bad that we are online or on right path at the moment. But there are different philosophers, different writers. They developed the jurisprudence on it. And one of the great philosopher or the writer, you can say, Mr. Professor Richard Susskind, in his own book, what he promoted, Online Courts and the Future of Justice, the way he wanted to promote the litigants, that how system can be easier for the litigants to understand their rights and obligations, to promote their options, and to know that whether if they want to appear without lawyer, still they can do, the system will allow it. And very importantly, that the online courts instead of physical courts, that's the motto behind all these inspirations. But we are not that far, I think. The era, fourth industrial revolutions, when we are talking about whether a computer can replace a judge,